Hello viewers, I'm Raj and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been around 2 weeks time that I have uploaded my new video. So I'm finally back at it. I was busy in some stuff. So I think now from now onwards I will try to be more consistent. So today in this video we will this is a new episode of competitive programming with Python series. So today in this video we will talk about or we will try to solve this lead code problem, which is median finding of a median of two sorted arrays. So this is categorized as hard problem, but I don't think that it is a hard problem. We can easily solve it. Like I think it's median kind of a problem. Sorry, like medium difficulty problem. So in this problem, we'll be given two sorted arrays. So nums1 and nums2 are the two sorted arrays, and we want to find out a median by like after we have to merge these two arrays and make a single array of like sorted elements, and then we have to find the median of that sorted array. So that's the basically task we have to do. So if you see it graphically, so let's say we have this array 1 which contains 1 4 5. So again, like the arrays given by the system will be like sorted individually, then we have to merge them. So I have first array as 1 2 1 4 5 and second array as 2 3. So if I combine these two arrays, I will get like a array of 5 elements, which is 1 2 3 4. Sorry, there is a printing mistake, so it will be 5 over here, not 4, two times. So 1 2 3 4 5. And if I want to calculate the median of it, so the median calculation is very simple. If we have odd number of elements, then the center element will be like the middle element will be the median. So in this case I have like 5 elements in the array. So the third element, which is 3, or like coincidentally, so the median will be 3. But if I have odd even number of like elements, then the it's not like we cannot directly take the center element as median element, since we have two center elements over here. So we will take the mean of those two elements, which will be the median of that array. So here we have 2 plus 2 comma 3 as the two center elements. So I will take 2 plus 3 divided by 2, so which is around 2.5. So 2.5 will be the median. So that's what basically we have to do. But here is a condition, like we have to solve it in order of log m plus n. So I'm not more taking consideration about the like time complexity, because in if we merge the array, then we have to like, if we merge two arrays, then we will have a time complexity of order of m plus n. But we have to reduce that array. So how we can reduce it is like, if we have to find the median, right? So we don't have to like make a merge or merge the array fully. So we don't want to go till the last element or the highest element present in the both arrays, because we are considering only the median element. So as soon as we reach the center, or as soon as we reach the half number of elements, then we will stop the iteration. So that will actually reduce the time complexity. So how we will do it exactly, that I will show you in the code. So let's first of all define the length of the individual arrays. So I will take n1 as the length of first array, and n2 as the length of second array. And then I will calculate the total length of the merged array that we will be going to create. So let's take it as n. So n is equals to n1 plus n2. So this is the total array, or the total length of the array that we will get after merging the two individual sorted lists. But we need to calculate the median, so we will take the half of it. So let's say I take it as s, or not s, let's say mid. So mid is a very good keyword, or like the variable name. So mid what I will do is I will divide the n by 2, and then I will add 1 to it. So why am I doing this? Because since we have to take the conditions where like we can have even or odd number of elements, then for that I am taking this like I'm adding this one. So you will get to know why I'm adding to this one in the later section of the code. So since now we have defined these conditions, I will have to take two pointers or two indexes, which will which will be the indexes of the individual arrays that we are going to merge. So which is, let's say I take I for array 1 and j for array 2. We have to define a merged array. So let's say I define merge as a list. So Python gives this flexibility that we can directly take an empty list as the empty array, and then I will run a while loop. So I will run the while loop till I get to the center element. Since I have the number of elements that are total that will be totally present when I merge these two arrays. So I will only iterate till the midpoint. So if mid is greater than 0, then I will do the iteration, or else I will drop out of the loop. So while in each iteration, if I will check the first two elements or the pointers of the individual arrays. If those two elements, I will compare. If one element is smaller, then I will directly append it to the merged array, and I will increment that pointer. So let's say if I compare I and j, so which is both at the first element initially. So if the first element of first array is smaller than the first element of second array, then I will include that element into my merge array, and I will increment the pointer of I to 1. And then I will compare I equals to 1 and j equals to 0th element, and again I will repeat that process. So if the second array is in the second case, if the second array's element is greater, then I will append that array. I will append that element, and I will increment that pointer. So iteratively I will do that. At one point of time, it might happen that we have completely included one of the arrays, and we are and the rest, the other array is left with some elements. Then at that point, we will directly append that whole array into the merged system, or the merged array. So for that, I have to check if I is less than n1. So I'm checking for if I have already exhausted the first array or not. So if I have exhausted the first array, then I will simply do merge dot append nums2 dot j, and I will increment the j pointer. So what I am doing is, if I have already traversed all the elements from the first array, then I don't have to I just have to add the elements from the second array. Similarly, I will do the same thing for the second array. So if I have already exhausted the second array, then I will directly merge the elements from the first array, and I won't consider the second array at all. So that's what I will do, and I will increment the pointer at each iteration. So if any of the arrays are not exhausted, then I will directly check that I will directly compare the two pointers or the two elements that I am currently at. So I will check if nums1 is less than or equal to nums of I is less than or equal to nums2 of j. So I am checking both the elements. If the smaller element will be merged first, so I will append nums1 of I, and I will increment the pointer. So if the above, if this condition is not true, if nums2 is smaller, then I will directly append the element from the second array. So that's pretty much it. And so what ideally this loop will does is, it will iteratively append the elements till we get to the middle element, and middle plus one element, and it will automatically I have to reduce the mid pointer. So I think this is the most important point. Okay, so now as soon as I have appended all the elements, now I will check is the total length of the array that we were supposed to get after merging both the arrays in individual arrays. Then if that number is half of that number is even or odd. So if n modulo 2 equals to 0, so if total length is even, then we will take the average of the two center elements. So I will return -1. So -1 is nothing but the last element of the array plus merge to -2. So it is the second last element of the array, and I will simply return the like average of these two values. If now if the length is not even, then I will simply return the float value of the last element. So why float value? Because like it's the default data type that we should return, so I have to convert the integer into a float value. So I think that's pretty much it for this code. Let's try this code. If this Okay, so I made a slight mistake. So I have to check if I is greater than or equal to the length of the first array. So basically I'm checking if the pointer is already crossed the last element or not. So I made a small mistake in both the pointers, like handling both the pointers of the individual sorted arrays. So kindly take a note of it, and I think now this code will work fine. So where is this error? Okay, so I think yeah, it's just a naming error. So now this code will work. Yes, this code is working fine. Let's submit this code. So as this code is working fine, 75% odd in both the segments where like space and time. So I think that's pretty much good, and I think we can also like optimize this code to get up to around 95 or 96%. So that's a task that I leave up to you guys, and if you get an optimized code, then please comment it down in the comment section. I'll also upload the GitHub link for this code, so you can have a note at that. You can look at that as well. So thank you guys for watching it. I'll try to be more consistent. Take care of your health, and we'll meet next time. Yeah, till then, this is Raj signing out. So if you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe it.